Good morning. Today is May 1st, 2026, the day April and I officially get married, and I am on a morning mission for the bride.
This is my first Hobbit look. Super cute.
DJ's getting ready for the wedding.
It's already a glorious, beautiful morning. Sun is out, the birds are out, they're chirping.
We were all little hobbits here.
It's gonna be a good day.
Cheers! Cheers! Grandma. Cheers to you, Jacob, who's gonna watch this later. Yes. Yes.
We're here. We have arrived in Hobbiton.
I think that'll work nicely.
Yeah, I think so too.
So Folk of the Wood is the company that Amy and her mom have.
Okay, we're coming into Hobbiton right now. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe how cute this is.
Come here. We gotta go find our seats for the wedding.
Welcome to the families St. James, Stern, Courser, Smith, Dudley Ward, Harrington, Topper, Keel, Thompson, Weiss, Baggins, Gamgee, Tooks, the Fellowship of the Five, and Proudfoot. You are here to witness Jacob and April embark on the adventure of marriage. As Bilbo Baggins said to Frodo, it's a dangerous business going out your door. You step on the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there's no knowing where you may be swept off to. Jacob and April, love is the same. It's dangerous to fall in love. You never know where it may take you. For Jacob and April, it's taken them to the tops of many mountains, if you followed their adventures, and all through Middle-earth. When I first found out that this was something I was going to do, I looked for something that I thought might be appropriate. There's this Scottish poet that I follow, Len Penny. She wrote a poem called The Vow. I'm beginning to think you are made. I'm beginning to think you are made just for me. I'm in awe of how lucky one person can be. To be loved through each compromise, question or qualm. To be sheltered from storm, enshrined in the calm. To be held, not like glass, at the end of the deal. Not to be made to hurt, but encouraged to heal. Never beg for forgiveness, but ask for permission. And instead of excuses, be offered contrition. So patient, consistent, constructive and good, seeking not to cause conflict, but be understood by the person who knows, I know, knows me inside and out, who can calm any storm, assuage any doubt, who's not cause, but wipe every tear off my face, gives instead of cold shoulder a warming embrace. In each other we found it. That thing that we crave, may it burn like desire and break like a wave, lapping shores of the ocean I travel to find, just to love you for longer and be loved back in kind. I promise to hold you through sickness and health, rich or poor, I am sure. In your arms I've found wealth. I will love you as long as my spirit draws breath, for this kind of love knows no death. I am yours for as long as you'd like to be mine. If you ask me, I'm certain forever is fine.
A ring has no beginning or end. Its path is endless and a symbol of your endless love and respect for each other. In these rings, you pour your love, your devotion, and your will to adventure all your lives. By exchanging these rings, you solidify a lifelong commitment to one another. The rings serve as a welcomed and constant reminder of the precious bond you've formed with your partner. Please repeat after me. I, April,
give you, Jacob,
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love. Just as the circle of a ring completes itself,
so you complete me.
so you complete me. Ashnash Krimatul.
I, Jacob,
give you, April,
this ring as a symbol of my enduring love, just as the circle of the ring completes itself.
so you complete me.
So you complete me. Ashnash Krimatul.
Today we are celebrating Jacob and April's eternal bond with an ancient hand-fasting ceremony. With roots in their shared Celtic culture, this ancient ceremony dates back thousands of years to the third age of Middle Earth as a way to bind two people together forever. The date of May 1st is very significant among the Celtic peoples as it heralded the beginning of spring and for centuries was celebrated with feasting, dancing, singing, maypoles, flowers, and new beginnings. The marriage of Samwise Gamgee to Rosie Cotton occurred on May 1st, 3020 of the Third Age, and represented a heartwarming return to a simple, peaceful life in the Shire. Joining Jacob and April's hands with a symbolic white, gold, and green cord represents the joining of not only their lives, but the lives of their families and their hearts, and symbolizes their commitment to love, honor, and support one another through all of life's joys and challenges. Please join hands. As we tie these cords that symbolize how two lives become one, I acknowledge the spiritual and even magical forces that brought these two individuals together. The white cord represents the traditional marriage color, symbolizing purity, love, and a fresh start. In many traditions, white is linked to divine presence, spiritual protection, and healing. The gold cord is associated with wealth and luxury. As J.R.R. Tolkien famously said, all that is gold does not glitter. It is also the color of spirituality, divinity, and enlightenment. The green cord is associated with nature, life, and growth, reflecting the lush greenery of plants, forests, and fertile landscapes. Green connects humans to the natural world and promotes feelings of calm and serenity. J.R.R. Tolkien, who was best known for his masterful storytelling, was also a man who deeply was devoted to his wife Edith. These heartfelt verses, written as a poetic tribute to their love, beautifully captures the essence of a lifelong partnership, one that is deeply rooted, entwined, and nourished by time. Lo, young we are, and yet have stood, like planted hearts in the great sun of love so long, as two fair trees in woodland or in open dale, stand utterly entwined and breathe the airs and suck the very light together, that we have become as one, deep rooted in the soil of life and tangled in the sweet growth. Now, as these cords are bound around your hands, may you be reminded that your lives are now intertwined, and may the memory of this ritual be a light to you in dark places when all other lights go out. And now they've tied the knot.
At this time, I would like to invite the couple to share their vow. Who will deliver theirs first?
Love is the only word to describe how I feel about you. Love is indescribable and has no beginning and no end. Love is infinite and everlasting. You and I have that true love. You've helped me grow so much through that love. Love that I always knew existed, but I never knew how to find it until I found you. I love how you see the world, and how you've helped me see a more beautiful world. April, these past years, getting to know you have made me realize that deep down I have always known you, and that our love will transcend any and every single life we live in an endless spiral. We have found and loved each other through every life, and I vow to find you and love you in every lifetime from here throughout eternity. I covenant to thee that our love will remain true and eternal, and I will choose you forever. Here in the place that we met and fell in love, we start a new, everlasting beginning in our temple. In front of these guests and witnesses, I vow to always love you and be with you for all time and eternity, and I will forever love you, April. I always have, and I vow to never stop loving you.
One of my favorite things to tell people is our love story. I love describing how we first met, talking about all our adventures on red carpet tours, overcoming of long distance, moving all the way to Utah, plus the numerous adventures we had leading up to now. How lucky are we to be married in Middle Earth, here in Hobbiton, which just so happens to be the place we spent our very first day together. I came to New Zealand to figure out what was next in my life, and the universe gave me you. I love looking back on how our relationship has grown and changed, how day after day we find more similarities, have the exact same thoughts, and if it couldn't get any cheesier, finishing each other's sentences. It has only gotten easier, more comfortable, and our fantasy-inspired love story writes chapter after chapter of fun, passion, adventure, and true love. I vow to continue to write our story with adventure, devotion, so much laughter, and love. I promise our life together will always be an adventure. I will be by your side for all the mountaintops where we have to wake up long before dawn to hike, the waterfalls we will rappel, and the countries around the world we still have yet to explore. I vow to be your biggest supporter and strongest advocate. Laugh at all the silly puns and cheesy jokes. You are such an incredible man. And I vow I won't call you my best friend, but instead my husband, my partner, my soulmate, my lima bean, and the love of my life. I can't say what the future will hold for us or promise things will turn out exactly how we want, but I do promise to inspire to create the best future possible, especially when life gets hard. I'll be the light for you in the dark, honor your dreams and your fears, and to always help you put away the drone on cold winter hikes. I vow to always love you even more tomorrow, and even more the next day, and love you through this life into eternity. I love you, Jacob, always and forever.
April and Jacob, if you would please join hands.
Do you take Jacob as your cherished husband
in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by his side through sickness and health, joy and sorrow, and to love him through all the ages of this world and beyond?
I do.
Jacob, will you take April as your cherished wife in front of these witnesses and promise to stay by her side through sickness and in health, joy and sorrow, and to love her through all the ages of this world and beyond?
I do.
Jacob and April, by the power invested in this gathering of all your friends, family, your loved ones, and in this place where you first met, I am pleased to pronounce you wife and husband, sealed together today, May 1st, 2026, the 7th age of Middle Earth, by both in law and in love for God, our Heavenly Father, our Mother Earth, the Great Spirit, the sun, the moon, the stars, and the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have the privilege of presenting to you, for the first time, Mrs. and Mr. St. Keel. You may kiss each other. At this time, you may all take out your cell phones, turn them on. They're going to kiss again, and anybody who wants to can take a picture of their second kiss as officially husband and wife, or wife and husband. Is everybody ready? Okay.
There we go.
Jacob, you get to do it again.
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful. Each of you will follow Jacob and April as we head back for some refreshments. Thank you all for your participation. And you little kids were great. You all did good.
Way to Middle Earth to celebrate me and Jacob. That it is such an honor for all of you to have made this amazing journey, and there's so many people that I wish were here as well, but to have you all here to support us, I love you all. Thank you.
Cheers.
The Celtic shared heritage that they have is called the Quaich Cup, and they take the two whiskeys from the two different clans, especially if they were rival clans. With Jacob and April, we have an alcoholic and a non-alcoholic. We've mixed it, and then I brought this special, and this tradition comes from the Dunedain up north, and I found out that Dunedain is the ancestral word for Edinburgh, for us Scottish people. And then I got this from the Chalice Well in Glastonbury last year on May 1st. I was there on May Day, and so this was planned. So I'm going to add some of this sacred water from, it's the Arthurian well, if you know the tradition of King Arthur. I'll put some in here, and then as they drink it, this will seal their bond.
This is why she's a sacrifice.
And if anybody else wants to taste this,
Me?
Where's Diana? Yes, Diana. The families, we're the two feuding families from our clans, and we all think our whiskey's better.
Now you gotta try it, Mom. Pretty good. No, I just, oh no, I know. Can I do it? No. Why not? Look at me smile. Look at me smile. That was fast.
Oh no, he doesn't stop.
That's your new house?
We have one tree here at Hobbiton that is not like the others.
Look at that view behind us.
Out of the container.
Mom, this is so cool.
Remember April and Jacob were in the feet up on the table?
Yes, there was a spell.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm in back in.
Look at the back of the door.
Almost finished the photo tour. Look at that sunset and the moon. So incredible. Keep stepping on her dress.
Okay. Nature is starting to take back over.
Nature's nature.
Thank you.
I don't know half as well as you as I would like. That doesn't have to do half as well as you deserve. Woo! Welcome to my wedding! This literally means the middle world to us. We love you all. Thank you for making this day so special for us. Cheers.
I barely remember it because we were going somewhere to do something.
As we
But
sometimes
before
do.
that, I had to meet with someone. But the part I do remember clearly was I was meeting with this person. Jake didn't know him. He was just sort of there. He turned to Jacob and he said, "And who are you? Kevin's bodyguard?" And Jacob, without missing a beat, said, "No, his gardener." And I can tell most of you know what he was referring to. The guy that was there was very confused. But I knew, and I thought it was so clever and so funny. And I always think about it because I think that Jake is not only the kind of person that knows those movies so well that even in that opportunity it just leaks to his mind, but just like the character who was quoting, Jake has a lot in common with a lot of the Lord of the Rings characters, but maybe Samwise Gamgee the most, because he is so loyal and so kind, and if you are lucky enough, as many of the people in this room are, to be someone that he calls friend or Melon, you have someone who will always stand by you, who will always defend you, and who will carry you if he has to. And April, there's probably no one else here that he loves as much as you do, and you have someone like that. And I think I know you well enough to say that, Jake, you have someone like that in turn. And to find two people like that who find each other, I think is the greatest gift that life is capable of giving to us. And I'm so happy that both of you found someone like that, and I love you both. And to Jacob and April, love you guys.
Cheers!
We realized that Diana's forte was not cooking. So we had to save these two kids for a life of opening cans of beans. And so we did come to their rescue.
So actually we thought, well, let's have them create a dinner party for their parents and for us. That would be a great vehicle, right? A great way to have some hands-on lessons. So we helped them create the menu, we took them shopping, and then they came over to our place and, we gave some pointers about cooking, like when you use a knife, you cut with a sharp end. Yes, even though it works, don't use your shoe to smash the garlic. And with a few pointers like that and a bit of coaching from us, they set the table, cooked the dinner, and served us a beautiful, wonderful meal, both to their parents and to their surrogate uncles.
Oh, by the way, April, we take full credit for your career in the food and wine business. Opening the door for you, you would never be here if it wasn't for that. I want to be really clear about that. So from then on, we watched them grow. We had family dinners in our garden. We had cheese tastings in our garden, which was provided mostly by April when she became a cheesemonger. And also, we gave her the spirit of growing succulents, and she became a succulent gardener because that's my life in our garden. However, realizing that we had no prospects for surrogate grandnieces and nephews, we panicked once again.
We didn't know, though, that April had all of this under control, right?
It's not on.
Zealand, and making plans to meet the love of her life at a date and time that was foretold in the Shire. Meanwhile, from his end, Jake was listening to the voice of his precious, right? Halfway around the world to the Shire. When the date and the time were right, after he arrived, the moon rose and the keyhole was revealed. The door opened. I think it was the door to the tour bus, but the door did open, and his treasure was revealed when he saw April, his elfin queen, who was radiant and glowing. So really, this means that the promise of the ring, the eternal promise, was actually foretold and came to pass. And I just want to be clear that the ring of power for them, the power was not domination and control. The real power of the ring was a love that they have for each other.
And so both April and Jake followed their paths to the Shire with courage, heroism, perseverance, and probably some lustiness as well. And here we are celebrating this epic and magical union. With that, we wish you a great toast, and we promise and hope that the hobbits of the Shire remain with you your entire life.
Have a speech. My dear Bagginses and Boppers, my dear Tooks and Brandybooks, and St. James, and St. Keels, and Keels and Thompsons and Leeses, Horsers, Dudleywards, Toppers, Harringtons, and Proudfoots.
Proud feet!
Today we celebrate. I hope you are all enjoying yourselves as much as I am. I shall not keep you long. I have called you all together for a purpose. Well, in fact, two purposes. First of all, to tell you how immensely fond we are of these two. This is too far short of time to be among such excellent and admirable hobbits. Secondly, and most importantly, to celebrate this wedding. In the year of 2024, the second month, Master Jacob and Lady April embarked on a 2-week Lord of the Rings tour. On the very first day, they locked eyes on each other and knew there was something special. Jacob happened to be the only single guy on this tour. And there were 10 single girls. 10. It was basically a real-life version of The Bachelor. Now, Jacob, being the nice guy that he is, he politely entertained conversations with everyone. But there was really only one girl that he truly cared about. They met secretly under the cover of night. Soon they were spending more and more time together, and after a day of bungee jumping, April asked Jacob for a stroll. That is when Jacob swooped in and gave her a kiss. A bold move, but clearly the right one. They fell in love, somewhere between Middle Earth and real life. At the end of the tour, they went their separate ways. Jacob to Utah, and April stayed in New Zealand. But they stayed in contact. What started in the Shire continued in the real world. And then in August of 2024, many, many miles away from here as the crow flies, in Utah, April came to visit, and they took a trip to Moab. And at the Druid Arch, Jacob proposed. And almost 2 years later, we are now gathered here to witness them be married. They have their first nerdy beginnings, and now their nerdy next chapter in their life. It almost feels scripted, but what makes it more special is Jacob told me about this feeling that he had before he went on the Lord of the Rings tour, that he might actually find the one that would rule him. He trusted that feeling, and I'm very glad he did. April, I am sure you already know this, but Jacob is one of the most caring people I know. He shows up. He helps without complaint. Growing up, we had a freezer in our detached garage where we kept the ice cream. And anytime we wanted ice cream, didn't want to make the trek out there, we would ask Jacob to go get ice cream. And he always did. I think there was one time he complained, and we gave him such a hard time about it that he went anyway. And more importantly, I was going through a rough time in my life, and Jacob was the one. Came in
he stepped up and helped me out. And he was there, he listened. And that's the kind of man he is. People say love is blind. That means you overlook each other's flaws. April, you might be blind. I'm kidding. Jacob is amazing, and I know you guys see each other, your strengths, quirks, weaknesses, and all, and you still love each other. Together, these two are incredible. Those who hike together, stay together. Last year, they set an incredible goal to hike 100,000 feet of elevation. And if you've been able to watch some of these videos, you can kind of see it ticking up. And they did it. They accomplished that goal. Together, this says a lot about their marriage. Setting goals, climbing hard things side by side, and reaching the summit together. Continue to set goals. Continue to climb. And remember, you don't need to be perfect to have a perfect marriage. In fact, a perfect marriage is two imperfect people who refuse to give up on each other. Here's to you, Jacob and April. You are a beautiful couple, and I couldn't be happier for you both. May your marriage be full of wonder and adventure. Cheers.
I feel I need to start by saying, may the force be with you. That's not right. I hope your marriage lives long and prosperous. I'm gonna get it. Anyway, my name's DJ St. James, and I am the man of honor. My sister April has given me the privilege of speaking, and I can't even begin to describe the joy I feel right. And that's because April's the one who's better with feelings. She has all the feelings. I have many a memory of her yelling at me, I just have big feelings, okay? This was often because I was antagonizing her somehow.
I'm up here by popular demand. I know Jacob my whole life. He was one of the first people that I laid eyes on. And for the longest time, I would joke with Jacob, oh, I just might get married before you do. Closer and closer. He's like, I'm going to New Zealand. And I was like, I'm jealous. I knew he was gonna upload videos and stuff, and I'd watch those, and he was. I remember the first video he uploaded, was the first or second, I saw April in it, and I was like, okay, I see you. Every video going on from that point, she was just in it more and more, closer and closer each time. Right, he's slick with it. That's where he's going. I come back and Jacob's like, yeah, she's just amazing, she's great. And then they're talking about how they're dating, and I was like, oh, that's not news. We met April, and I was like, okay, she's cool. It's girl Jacob. Pretty perfect together, and I'm happy. We went to the Riverwoods in Utah, and April's like, boom, ring. And I was like, well, I just lost that. I'm so happy for them that Jacob finally beat me, and that you guys found each other, and that you'll always be happy and together. You guys are like perfect. I left my drink back there, but cheers! Cut the cheese! Let it go.
So cheesy!
So cheesy.
Leaving the Shire one last time. I love you so much.